Okay, so what you're going to do is make a mixture of olive oil and coconut oil. It's 50-50, so it depends on how much hair you have. You want to make sure that you have plenty to work into your hair and that it keeps it really, really smothered with the mixture. I don't know how else to explain it. So you want to make sure that you have enough to get a good coverage in your hair. So the longer and thicker your hair is, the more of the mixture you want to make. So just for example, if you use a 1/4 cup of olive oil, you would like to use a 1/4 cup of the coconut oil. If you have longer, thicker hair, you could use a 1/2 cup of olive oil and a 1/2 cup of the coconut oil. And then you put both into a bowl that you could either heat up in the microwave or, like I do, in an oven, which I use a toaster oven. I didn't use a big oven, but you can use either one. So that's kind of easy. So just put it all in the bowl, and then once you have it all in the bowl, you'll just take it and put it in the oven at a really low temperature until it gets soft enough to mix together. It's really important to keep a good eye on it and keep it at a low temperature, because you don't want it to like get really hot till it's like burning hot. You just want to get it enough so it's soft enough to mix together, and put it into a bottle to put in your hair. So I put my temperature on my toaster oven really, really low, but you could do the same thing in the oven. I put it on 200 degrees, and then I set the function to convection, and it kind of heats it up a little bit faster in the toaster oven. If you don't have the convection the convection option, then just use the bake. And then I just put it on for about 10 minutes and kept a close eye on it until it was soft enough to mix. So here I'm just mixing it up after taking it out of the oven. You can see you can still see the coconut oil is white, but you just keep mixing and it'll just melt all into each other. I just didn't want to make it too hot and then ruin it and have to waste it, so I just kept mixing until I put it in a bottle. I just used a glass bottle that I had washed out really good. I even poured like boiling water through it, just so I had a smaller bottle to use to pour it into my hair. And then I just pour it through the funnel into the bottle and get it ready to put in my hair so I could be oily and greasy and yucky. Ew. Oil. Coconut oil. Yay. And here it is in all its glory. Isn't it pretty? Now it's time to pour it into my hair. This felt very, very interesting. So here we go. Just mosh it all in my hair. Don't worry about the little chunks of coconut oil, because it will all melt into my head, in my hair, because the warmth of your head will melt everything together, and you're going to keep smushing it and smushing it in your hair. I'm just going to speed up certain parts so you don't have to sit through it, because it's kind of boring. You'll get the gist of it. Just really, really get it in your hair. You'll actually start kind of dripping down your forehead, then you'll know you have enough in your hair. Yay! Oily, greasy fun! So after you're done smushing everything in your hair, I put on a plastic shower cap that helps hold the oil in and keep it moist. and the heat of your head kind of keeps it warm. Then I put a plastic shopping bag over it just because I want to keep some extra heat in there. And if you don't have a shower cap, you can just use a plastic bag. It's one way to recycle your shopping bags. So tie it on your head. And just tie it on your head and tuck everything under. Tucky, tucky, tucky. So much fun. Oops, sorry about that. And then after that, I just took a rag I had from an old t-shirt, because you want to be comfy cozy, and I wrapped that over the shower cap so that would catch any drippings, because you're going to sleep overnight with it on your head. So you just want to try to keep it from dripping everywhere. And I wasn't ready to go to bed yet, so I just put this on my head. And I will speed it forward because it gets a little boring as well. You just put it on your head any which way that you're comfortable. I just ended up putting an elastic band on it to hold it in place. And then I just tucked it all under. Tuck and tuck and tuck. Just keep tucking, just keep tucking. And then once you feel like it's really good on your head, just clean up with a little washcloth and you're done. And just want to make sure that if you're going to sit around and watch TV or play games or whatever, cover your furniture and cover your pillow before you go to bed so you don't get oil everywhere. And the next day, so today I'm making the clarifying shampoo. I'm making my own home version of it, and what you would need is baking soda. Doesn't have to be Arm & Hammer, you could buy a store brand as long as it's pure baking soda. And I am using Castile soap. Doesn't have to be Dr. Bronner's, but I just happen to have Dr. Bronner's, and it is a 18-in-1 hemp soap, and this one is in rose. Again, you could use any kind of Castile soap. And just some warm water, enough to dissolve the baking soda, because you want to make sure that it is completely dissolved. So I put in 2 tablespoons using a funnel into a squeeze bottle. So sometimes you kind of have to pack it down for it to go down. The tip of this, sometimes you get little clumps, so it kind of sticks. I spilled a little, but that's okay. Just make sure it's all down. I do the powder first just because it's better to do it that way. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. So I'm just going to put in enough of the warm water to dissolve it. I put in about that much. So I'm just using this bottle I'd emptied, and I washed it out really good with hot water, and then I just shake it really good until the baking soda is completely dissolved. So you just want to make sure it's completely dissolved. Which that looks pretty much dissolved. It just kind of looks like a milky. And then I open it back up. I don't measure the soap. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. I would say put in about maybe, we'll just just put in like 2 tablespoons, I guess, just enough to wash your hair. The Castile soap is actually optional, but I like to put it in there to save a little bit of sudsing, not much. See? Kind of look like a foamy milk. And then I'm going to use this in the shower. You start out with the soap first, so I kind of put enough so I could put it in twice. I might just do the Castile soap first and then the clarifying second, because I want to get the oil out first. So before you put water in, since there's kind of warm water mixed in this clarifying mixture right here, I'm going to use the Castile soap first. And I don't know if it's going to lather or not, but I'm going to use this first because you don't want to put water in first, because it'll just kind of sit on top of the oil in your hair. It's not going to rinse it out. So you want to use soap first, maybe a couple times so it doesn't feel as greasy and the water is rinsing out pretty good. And then clarify. You want to put this in your hair, scrub it in really, really good from root to tip. Scrub it really good, and then rinse it with hot water. And I'm going to dye my hair again, so I'm not going to do the second process, which would be conditioning it. I will do it in the future. I'll let you know how it goes. But basically all it is you add like 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. You'll probably see that online. It's called, they sometimes put it as ACV as in Victor. And that's supposed to, and you add that with warm water, and you can put it in a spray and spritz your hair with it while you're in the shower after you shampoo it, and then spray your hair with it, work it through your hair, and then rinse it out. And that's supposed to condition your hair and take the frizz out and, you know, make it sleek and shiny. So I haven't tried that yet, but I will be trying that. But since I'm going to be dyeing my hair again, I'm not going to put any type of conditioner in it. And also the apple cider vinegar also is supposed to close the follicles in your hair. So I don't know if I want to close them, because like I said, I'm going to be dyeing my hair in a few days. The end. Watch my next video to see what color I dyed my hair, and you can watch me do it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.